Hi everybody, this is Natasha Wilkinson. So I'm back with you today with another video. So I am hiding in my bedroom. I do apologize for the bad lighting because I am hiding in my bedroom from all the kids and husband that's home. So I've been participating in Catherine and Casey's collab, the 2C's collab, and I've got two things I need to do with the collab this week. I need to go through my empties from the last 2 weeks of the collab. As you can see, I've had to upgrade a size of my empties bin. That's not going to happen tonight. That will happen tomorrow after my vendor event because that's going to be a long video in itself. Today's video, I want to talk about my melting basket for this week's theme of the collab coming up because I want to start melting from this week's theme. Tomorrow here in Australia is the 13th. I do have a vendor event on in the morning, so most of my warmers are currently packed up. All the current warmers I have are currently packed up that I normally warm out of to display at the vendor event. I've cleaned them, I've washed them so I can set up my display, but when that vendor event finishes after lunchtime, they will be going back up for me to warm and enjoy my wax and enjoy this week's theme, which is Luck of the Irish. So I have pulled a melting basket to show you all what I plan on melting this week. So in with the theme, it's going to be all green colored wax, and I was actually surprised. I have quite a fair bit of vendor wax, but not much of it was green. I was mainly all other colors. I did find a bit of vendor wax that was green, but I also had a lot of Scentsy wax that was green. So I've got a lot of Scentsy green wax, but very little green vendor wax. But I will show you what I've pulled and what I intend on warming. For me, I was very skeptical with this theme too, because to me, green will scream fresh and kind of melony green scents, and they're not really up my wheelhouse. But the green wax I do have from my vendor wax isn't that. It's all in my wheelhouse, which I'm glad, because I will still have a combination of different types of wax that I can still enjoy. So I am pulling up these vendor websites because I will be talking about vendors that are specifically here in Australia, and I know one of them does international shipping, which is Pumpkin Parcel, but I'm not sure whether Mad Witch Co or Ava Rose Candles does international shipping. So I just want to tell you guys what the scents are and what their scent notes are as I talk about them. So the first ones I'm going to go through are from Mad Witch Co. So I have this kind of like a mint green spiderweb snap bar, and it is Hagrid's Hut. And I'm just trying to see where the scent notes are here in their website, so just bear with me for a moment. They may not even be on the website. Anymore, because these were more from their Halloween collections, and what I'm looking on the website here are very much Christmas collections. So I know I have just found a lot of scent notes here, so I might be able some description list. Pumpkin bread, maple and clove. So Hagrid's Hut is pumpkin bread, maple and clove. And it smells very much to me, if you're familiar with any of Scentsy scents, which I know some of you are because you're Scentsy consultants like me. It smells very similar to me like the 3 Thumbs Up scent, maybe a little bit more syrupy. It's got more of that maple honey syrupy note added to this. I did have a blanket, which was a smaller version of this in Hagrid's Hat, which I have warmed up. So these are what Mad Witch Clothes blankets look like, and I enjoyed it that much that I did go back and buy a larger version in their snap bar. So that will probably go in my kitchen. So the next one that we're going to talk about is Mudblood. So this was all of a Harry Potter type theme scents, obviously, that she did. So Mudblood is, it takes a bit to find these because for some reason they're not in alphabetical order, so you can go from A to Q back to B to C when we're reading the scent notes. So Mudblood is blackberry, fig and sandalwood. So this on cold has that earthy soft sandalwood note, and I think the figs adding a little bit of earthiness to it. I haven't warmed this yet. I'm hoping that blackberry and fig will add a little bit of fruity note to it, but I love sandalwood notes anyway, so I feel I will still enjoy Mudblood. I'm probably going to warm this one in my bedroom. The next one from Mad Witch Co. I pulled was Basilic's Denim, and it's also this green coloured wax, and it is described as cinnamon, clove, pear and vanilla. So this is kind of more of a wintry scent to me. I'm picking up like a bakery cinnamon when I smell this, and then that sweetness of the pear. It's kind of reminding me a bit of honey pear cider, which I've been from Scentsy, which I've been hoarding my last bar of because I picked them up in the clearance section here in Australia, as it's a scent we don't get or haven't got for a long time. And I vote for Mad like that one to come back in, bring back my bar. So this is kind of, to me, like maybe a little bit more stronger, though in the pear, not so cidery, but it's very much giving me honey pear cider vibes when I'm smelling this. So if it's anywhere close to that when I melt it, I could potentially see myself going back to Mad Witch Co. and purchasing whatever this comes in one of her larger versions. She does quite a few different larger versions of different things, like your snap bars. She also does like spooky packs, which I've shown my coffee one a few times, which has like 4 or 5 different shapes in a bag, but it's variations on different scents in her different sizes. So depending on what large size that comes in, if I enjoy that, that could be potentially one I'd go back and get more. So they're my waxes from Mad Witch Co. So I am now going to talk about Pumpkin Parcel. So this is the vendor that I do know ships internationally, She does a lot of different mystery bags to different TV themes. There is a VIP group you can join on her Facebook page, and this particular vendor actually pours to order, so you have to order from her, and then she freshly makes your wax after you order your scents. So it does take a little bit longer to get your wax because it is freshly poured after you order, and because I know it's freshly poured, I do kind of like to leave it a little bit to cure before I actually get into using her. At the moment she's in the process of moving house, so any orders placed from now, I think, until the next 10 days won't be made till after she finishes moving place. So she kind of reopens up in another 10 days, which has kind of stopped me from purchasing from her. But I actually did make a purchase for the first time. I just found out just by scrolling on their website. I've tried scrolling on other international wax websites and finding, unless I pay for a shipping address in America where I can send my items to that shipping address and then pay from that shipping address, which is a separate site, to then send to Australia, you can't really order from a lot of the companies. But they had L3 Waxy Wonders, you can order direct from their site and have it shipped to Australia. It does cost me a little bit more, so their a $40 order I placed ended up costing me, with shipping by the time I did it, $100 in Australian. But I'm very excited to try her for the first time when it eventually makes its way here. So let's talk about my green wax from Pumpkin Parcel. So this was from the Mystic Falls. So it was from the Vampire Diaries mystery box, and I think normally when she sends these mystery parcels, she'll send you a paper out with the scent notes in it, because with the mystery boxes, they're generally scents that aren't available on their website. Some of the scents are exclusive to her mystery boxes only, and she actually, I think this was this one and the Harry Potter one, she actually forgot to put in my box, but I messaged her and she did send me the scent notes in a message. So I'm going to just quickly check my messages here to see if I haven't deleted them, because I have a feeling they may still be in my message history. So Charmed mystery box, and sorry, no, I don't. So Mystic Falls, I mean Vampire Diaries I don't have. I have the Harry Potter mystery box scent note ones and the Charmed mystery box ones here. So Mystic Falls, it's kind of incensey but bakery at the same time, kind of picking up a, it's not smoky as such, it's more like a perfumey incensey note, but there's something sweet in it which kind of reminds me a little bit of bakery at the same time, but not bakery, if that makes sense. It's more a perfume incensey note, but there is something sweet in it. I just can't quite put my finger on that. I think it's the cinnamon that's kind of making it smell sweet. I think it's like a different type of cinnamon, or a maybe a nutmeg or a clove note. There's some type of spice in it that I'm picking up. So that's Mystic Falls. I have a feeling I might pop, I don't know if I'll pop that in my son's room or in the kitchen. Probably in the kitchen, that one, because it does have a little bit of a spice note. I don't know how that will affect the two birds in the room. These two will probably go in my son's room. This was also from the Vampire Diaries mystery box, and it was a sample of vervain, and this is like a fresh cut herbal grass. So I'm picking up like a very sharp spearmint herbal note and a fresh cut grass when I smell this. Not in my wheelhouse. So normally ones that don't go in my wheelhouse go in my son's room or the bathroom. My son's room I tend to gravitate to more for ones that are in my wheelhouse because it's right up the other end of the house, away from where I can't smell it. But I can still go in to it to actually see what it's like smelling warm, because sometimes your opinion changes when something's swarming. So sometimes I will go in there just to see what it's like warming, to see if my opinion changed. I do know with the Supernatural mystery box they had one called the Impala. On cold I absolutely hated it, and I warmed that in Risky Week because I wanted to get rid of it. On cold it smelled like burnt tyres, but when it was warming it kind of gave this toasted marshmallow sweetness to it, which was actually quite nice and surprised me. So the other one was Kansas. So speaking of Supernatural, I have a feeling Kansas was from the Supernatural mystery box. And this is another one that kind of screams a earthy, fresh cut grass. So these are just two samples sizes. So these will probably go together because they do smell very similar. Vervain has a little bit more of a herbal note. Kansas a little bit more earthy. So they'll probably go together at the same time in my son's room. So that was what I have picked out for pumpkin parcel. And the last one that is vendor wax that I'm going to talk about, that's not Scentsy, before we break into what I chose from Scentsy, is from a company called Ava Rose Candles. And I'm kind of cheating with this one because if you look at the color, it's kind of a tealy, it looks probably more blue on camera, but it's actually a tealy blue green. So it's like this very bright tealy green, almost on the verge of blue. So, and this one is pumpkin pecan pie, so that will probably go into the kitchen area. And now what I have left of my green wax is Scentsy. So let's talk about what I plan on warming with Scentsy that's green. So in my bedroom I'm probably going to use up, and again this is like a greeny blue, my last bar of Snuggle Up. I did take this out of my club because I just felt that there are a few lavender scents in the catalogue here in Australia, and as much as I enjoy this, I'm always going to find a lavender scent that I will enjoy. And the last few collection scents here have been bringing out have had some type of lavender scent in it. At least one of their collections through the year have had some type of lavender scent in it. So I kind of feel I didn't really need to keep lavender scent in my Scentsy Club, saying that I still have lavender violet in my Scentsy Club from the Life's a Garden collection. Haven't been able to bring myself to take that one out yet, but I did end up taking this one out. I have one bar left, so I'll probably enjoy that in my bedroom. Fearless by Nature. So if you watched one of my recent videos, I had a melting basket that my daughter put together specifically for her room. She wanted to be more involved in the thought process and the choosing process. So Fearless by Nature is one of the bars that she has in her melting basket. So this one will probably go in her room because it is in her melting basket, even though I have a few of these bars now. This is another one that's no longer in my Scentsy Club because I have so many of them. So this is bright, it's fresh, but it's sweet at the same time. Very unique. So I'll probably do a good spring clean of her room and warm that throughout the week. I also have Mandalorian, The Air of Adventure. So when I want a bit of a minty mood or a bit of a freshen up mood, this will go in one of the bedrooms. I find it doesn't perform really well in open concept areas because it is on the lighter side, so whatever room I feel like giving a bit of a clean through the week is what Mandalorian Era of Adventure will go in. So I did also pull Sunburst Bamboo. This is probably going to go in the kitchen, not the kitchen, sorry, in the laundry and the bathroom area. This was February scent of the month, and I've yet to warm a bar of this. I have still the majority of my scent of the month kit. Some have been given away to customers who are in my scent of the month, who are my scent of the month subscribers in my scent of the month club, that I have or have been given away as samples. So I have done samples and some have been given away, but I've still got probably half my kits left and haven't warmed a bar yet. I'm very hesitant to warm this one because Bamboo Violet from last year's scent of the month, I think it was about June, July, something like that, we got a scent of the month here in Australia called Bamboo Violet, and the bamboo, I think it was the bamboo in it, I'm not sure if it was the bamboo or the violet, to be honest with you, but there was something in that bar that triggered my sinus headaches from hay fever. So if it's the bamboo, I'm thinking this might do the same, so which is why I've been so hesitant to warm it. So this is going to go into the, as I said, bathroom laundry area. So if it does do the same thing, at least it's in an area that I can then turn those warmers off, and it's not going to go through the rest of the household. So I had from last year a bar of Mad for Melon Meth. So this will probably go in the open concept area. It's still quite hot here for something fruity and summery. I have a lone little bar of Sleep Happy from the Catchy and Z's collection. I don't know where I'm going to warm this, but I've pulled it just in case I get to it and am able to warm it. And Twilight Frost might be a bathroom laundry scent, but it might even be one for my son's room because I know my son really enjoys this scent as well. So I pulled Twilight Frost as well. So they are my green bars for the Luck of the Irish week. I hope you enjoyed my melting basket. I will, after my vendor event, if I have time tomorrow afternoon, try and hop on and go through my empties for Mardi Gras week and one vendor week. This is all Scentsy empties. I did briefly go through what I used vendor wise in Mardi Gras week that wasn't Scentsy, and then my one vendor week I did choose Scentsy. So it's basically a massive Scentsy empties that I have to go through tomorrow, and then I'm hoping to Monday do my second installment of my new segment that I have kind of started on my YouTube channel, where I put together ultimate six packs and my recommendation for ultimate six packs based on themes. But today's video, as I said, was about my empties for the C's collab and what I plan on warming for Luck of the Irish. I have been watching everyone's videos and really enjoying them. Can't wait to continue watching them, and I hope you're all enjoying your melting, and I look forward to seeing some more reviews and what everyone else will be doing. Until then, stay safe and bye for now.